art, and you've been drawing, and man, you just sent me this crazy art gallery.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been drawing since I was a kid, since I've been real small and I've just worked at it and I got that Cintiq behind me. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I draw digitally, I draw traditionally and I worked on a couple of independent comic books. So, yeah, I'm pretty good.
Yeah, you are okay. Because let me see, let me see, let me see. So, guys, if you're just tuning in, check out some of this artwork on screen.
Sorry.
This is nutty. Now, this Goku one, the Goku charge up, and the Gohan. Gohan's definitely my
Oh,
favorite.
mhm.
So that's absolutely crazy. I love your digital art, man. And so
Nice.
this isn't the only field you kind of dabble in. You're all over the board, right?
Yes. Yeah. I do a lot of different things. Podcasting, vodcasting kind of like this. Um, art.
Right.
I do a lot, man.
Yeah. So tell me about a little bit about your podcast.
Well, I run a podcast called The Basement Surge with a buddy of mine, Frank, and it's a general discussion comedy show, and we just talk about whatever comes to mind, whatever we want to talk about that week, and whether it's video games or comic books or being a dad or what movies we were binging on Netflix, just stuff like that, So
Yes.
it's a lot of fun.
So are you a gamer?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Okay. So what games do you mean?
Earlier today, I was playing Modern Warfare on PC, and then I play PlayerUnknown's Battleground and um, a bunch of first-person shooters.
Right. Yeah. I.
World of Warcraft, Diablo, stuff like that.
Okay. So you are a true gamer.
Yeah,
A
yeah, I've
true
been playing
gamer
those
at
for
heart.
years.
Sometimes when people say they're a gamer, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I play Pokemon." I'm like,
No, no,
nah,
no,
yeah, come on,
no,
man. Nah, that's not gaming.
no,
Or they'll be like, "Yeah, I'm a true gamer. I play Among Us." I'm like,
no,
Among Us is
no.
fun. Don't get me wrong. It's a great game. It's I think they've really hit on something for the people that aren't really avid gamers. So
Mhm,
people that aren't very technically good at games like Call of Duty, first person shooter. I
mhm.
think Among Us is definitely the gateway, in my opinion.
Among Us, it's a good game. I mean, my daughter plays it, and so she's like, "You got to play it. You got to play it." So I downloaded it, and yeah, I tried it out. It's fun, but it's kind of mindless for me, like
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. My wife loves it, and so she's been playing with her friends,
yeah.
and I think it's a great game. It's just after a while, it does get repetitive if you're playing
Hmm.
with the same crowd, because then you're like, oh, dude, I know
Yeah.
who it is now. Except
Yeah.
Dell, when he joins in here, will probably tell me I never know who it is. Because Dell, you always act suspicious. So I love you, buddy. We have Randall Travis tuning in saying hi. I gotta move the chat over. There we go. Hi, Dylan. There we go. And then he says, I just watched the animated version of the Addams Family 2020. How was
Mm.
that? How was
Wow.
that, Randall? Let me know. Um, yeah. So you're into Call of Duty. You're into games like. It seems like you're big on the battle royales.
Yeah. I play those. I like playing those. Those are fun.
You ever get into Fortnite?
Fortnite. Yeah. I played that a little bit. I mean, I like Call of Duty better. I like
Yeah.
playing, that it's more realistic. Fortnite's kind of toonish, but I don't know.
Okay. So I have to ask.
Yeah.
And this is I I do not stand on the popular side of this opinion. Um, Blackout or Warzone?
Warzone.
Really? Yeah. See, I'm on the opposite side. I could not get into Warzone like I could get into Blackout. I was absolutely addicted to Blackout.
Really? Wow.
Yes, hands down. I think the armor system was better. I like the movement. Like you could just run around, you could grapple onto something, swing
Hmm.
off. I mean, the movement for that game I just felt like was so much better. And like tactically as a team, like you had to maneuver through trees, there was a lot more
Yeah.
forest environments. There was a farm that you had to navigate through and I don't know, man. I just tactically I had way more fun on Blackout than I do.
I don't know. I enjoy Warzone. I like the fact of the when you die, you go into the gulag. and you just get a second chance, because I'm not very good. I don't claim to be a professional gamer. I mean, I stream on Twitch all the time. I stream, Modern Warfare and PUBG, but I tell everybody right off the bat, I said, I am not a professional gamer. I literally just play for fun. I just play to have a good time. That's it.
That's pretty much it. What's up, guys? Everybody tuning in. So blue is my color. Yeah, thank you. Jordan, actually, you should check this guy out, man. Literally, I just pulled up. Don't tell me. Okay. So check out his digital art, Jordan. Everybody tuning in. Check out this man. So you do all this. Like, how much time do you spend on a single drawing like this?
It depends how detailed it is. Like, scroll down a little to the Goku.
Okay.
That one took me 6 hours, maybe.
Really? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's so detailed. I mean, you can see the detail in the rocks. Enlarge if I click it.
It should, yeah.
I think it's. There we go. Look at the detail in the electricity coming down to the rocks. Like, this is beautiful. You have his veins popping out. Look at the veins, man. Goku jacked. Oh my goodness. Dude, this is nutty. You're a crazy artist, man.
That's
crazy
a good one,
artist.
Yeah.
You got Gohan going here. So, I mean, absolutely crazy. And this isn't just your only gallery. Like you said before the start of the podcast, before everybody started tuning in. You do your own, or you draw for a little bit of comics, right?
Yeah, I worked on an Adam West book. Do you know who Adam West is?
Batman.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I worked on one of the independent books that somebody licensed out. So I did some of that. I did the cover work for that. I started my own. I got my own books. So it's a lot of fun. It's really a lot of fun.
What are your book series called?
I have two of them that I created with actually my co-host from my podcast. We have one called Athos, which is basically kind of a mix between like the DC universe and Marvel, where you have mutants and metahumans. And then, and then you have basically my Frank, his books that I drew and he writes. That's kind of more like X-Men kind of books.
Okay. So I kind of want to get into that in just a little bit. But let me get to chat real quick. We have Jordan joining in. Hi, Mr. Know-It-All, says Randall. Hello, Mr. Daydreams. What's up, buddy? Crook saying, dang, you're talented. What do you draw on?
Well, when I'm drawing traditionally with pencil and paper, I draw on Bristol paper, which is a heavier board of paper. But the Goku picture I drew on that tablet behind me, the Cintiq.
Okay.
It's a Cintiq HD 24-inch tablet.
Expensive.
Yes.
Yes. Ain't no iPad.
No.
Let's see. Jordan says, what got you into drawing and how long did it take you to get to this point?
I have literally been obsessed with cartoons my whole life. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to draw cartoons and I wanted to be an animator. So when I was little, I sucked at drawing, so I kept at it. Like it really irks me and it bothers me when people say, I can't draw. I don't know how to draw. All you have to do is practice. Okay, that's all it is, because it's all I did. I drew for hours on end, basically every day. And after 30 years of doing it, you get to the point where you're pretty good. And, so when I was younger, I wanted to be an animator, and then I moved into wanting to be an artist for DC. And, so that's.
So what kept you on the path? Because a lot of people, I think, get stuck on the, like you said, I know you said it irks you, but they get stuck on the, I'm not good. And so, if you have a constant cycle of I'm not good, or you present your art at the wrong time, and then you're like, oh shoot, someone critiqued that pretty bad. Like, what kept you on the path of drawing?
So the funny thing is that art is like podcasting. Okay, it's your podcast isn't going to be for everybody. You're not your audience isn't going to be every single kind of person. Okay, so the person that you're showing this some piece of art to, they may not like it, but it may be somebody else's cup of tea. You know what I
Right.
mean? So you can be an okay artist and still make it successfully in the industry. Because you could be somebody's taste, but all it really takes is practice.
Right. And Miss Jordan has been crazy nonstop drawing. She's been drawing emojis for the channel. She's been drawing our pretty much every concept that we've used for the channel. So it's amazing to see where she started and then how she is now, only after a year. And so she's been drawing for longer than a year, but just her progress in 1 year has been crazy.
Yeah.
And there's a guy I follow on Twitch, and maybe you should stream some of your artwork, man, because instead of streaming games, there's a guy that makes a living just streaming his artwork.
Maybe, yeah.
That would be kind of cool.
I could sit there at the Cintiq and just stream that, have people watch me draw.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what this guy does. His name is Jay Scott. So if anybody is in chat and is on Twitch, go check him out. I think he's actually streaming right now. Check him out after. But he sits there and he just is really engaged with chat, and he draws. He takes requests from the audience. And Del, how much is a typical drawing? I'm not sure, but I know he like charges a good amount for like a painting or something like that. And it's crazy artwork, and they mostly come from anime. So you'll see tons of Goku art. You'll see like Ryuk from Death Note. You'll see Naruto. So you'll see all over the spectrum. Right. And it's crazy. It's crazy how much time this man puts into it. I can only imagine.
Sure.
Digitally, how much time you've put into your
craft. Digitally is actually, I think, a little easier than drawing traditionally.
Okay.
Only because the tools at your disposal make it easier to draw a straighter line, or you can save specific shapes like those rocks around Goku that you've seen. Those are vectors that are actually already pre-drawn. All I did was just put them in.
Oh, okay. So that does make it easy. So actually, I guess that leads us to the next point. Is Jordan says, same, everybody can draw. Take the time to train your brain and see how things work. And she follows up with, how do I get better at drawing backgrounds? I know that probably is a silly question, but I've always struggled.
I've struggled with it too. What you really have to do with backgrounds is that you have to get perspective down. Okay, so take your background. Okay, you have the city behind you. Okay, in the city, you have the horizon line going right across the windows. But then you can see the streets going up towards the horizon. So you have to get your focal point, okay, and just build out from there. So when you're doing background, you literally have to think about it in layers. So you're going to draw from the back, from the furthest point away, closer to you. And the closer you get, the more detailed you're going to be. So that's those are just a couple of tips that you're going to want to keep in mind.
I tried learning how to draw about a couple months ago, but then like I said, I fell off the path. I fell off the path. It just wasn't. I'm very impatient with craft things. So if I don't feel like I'm making progress, that's probably my worst habit is I just put it down. Like, I'm not making progress, so I'm gonna set this down.
Yeah.
And one of the tips that I had was like learning like exactly what you were saying. I'm nowhere near as good as you or Jordan. Like I'm bad, but they were saying like the perspective aspect, like where you put the lighting is really important. Like where you perceive the light coming from. So if the light's coming this way, then you have to draw like it's all bright and then shading back here. But if the light's coming from this way, it gives a different perception.
Right, exactly.
So, Dylan, start from the YouTube channel. Draw so cute. LOL, I'll start it there. Dylan, read my comment. What comment, dude? Hi, Jordan. And then blue is your color. Yeah, I read that comment already. Thank you. Blue is my color. I appreciate it. But I kind of want to get back into this, the concept of your comics.
Mm-hmm.
So you have 2 comics, and give me a brief synopsis of the first one.
The first one is called Athos, where basically the main protagonist of the book is a villain, and yeah, he starts off, he's a metahuman, and he starts off as a villain, and he's kind of in stasis on the moon, and something wakes him up because he's been in stasis for like thousands of years. And he goes back down to Earth and sees all these mutants, and he starts killing everybody. And he's supposedly supposed to be like this ancient person who's a guardian of Earth. So he thinks by killing all these mutants, because the mutants weren't around when he was. So
Oh, so he's like preventing a virus.
kind of, yeah.
Okay.
So he goes around killing everybody, trying to save the Earth, and he winds up getting unbrainwashed and turns into a hero by the end of it. So,
So is your book series finished?
well, I have it laid out. I mean, storyboarded. I have maybe the first 1 or 2 issues actually finished.
Okay, I'm gonna need your help. Probably gonna have to hit you up after the podcast because I definitely have a couple story ideas that I'm nowhere near as gifted as you are, talented as you are, or Jordan at drawing comic. Definitely make more of a manga style comic book storytelling. It's about a guy who, I guess it's like in the like a future year where the age of information is taking over. And so pretty much we found all the information that we can, all facts of the universe, all mathematical quantities have been discovered. But the only thing left to discover is spirituality. And people are like, oh, well, that doesn't exist. And so it's like an age of just complete information. And so I want to kind of dive into that aspect where people just like spiritual things kind of take over, or meditation happens, and this guy unlocks like a different realm, and he's like, oh shoot. So it definitely gets like super powery, but so I need help drawing some animations for that. So I think that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, man, that's cool.
We have Denkaregano TTV saying drawing. We have Jordan with the dead emoji. Taylor, Jordan. But yeah, so what is your second comic book about?
That's basically Frank's story where, like I said, that those characters, it's a team of characters who are kind of based off of X-Men. We got one guy that's his name is Chrome, and his skin is all chrome. He's kind of like Colossus. And he's like a leader of the team, and they go out, like Frank and I worked it where his book intertwines with mine, and his team is is in the same universe as my guy. So they wound up going out on missions to stop my guy.
Oh, that's really
And
cool. Yeah.
yeah, so it works well together with the storyline that we got.
So where did you guys get the inspiration for each of your main protagonists?
Just us knowing comic books like the back of our hands. If Frank's a Marvel guy, I'm a DC guy, so we kind of put our brains together and created our own universe.
Like a symbiotic universe. That's kind of cool. So
Yeah.
not too often do you get people that share the concepts of DC plus Marvel. They kind of get to meet in the middle.
Right.
It's not too often you get to see that.
Yeah, there's a lot of arguments, but that's okay.
Obviously, you side with the DC.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Favorite DC character, obviously, is in the
Superman.
background. So I kind of want to ask you a little bit of questions. Superman's so cool. But let me read some of these comments real quick. Dylan, thank Nikki for the advice she gave me. I slept like a baby. I will do. Mine just always saying hi with the heart. Love you, buddy. Don't forget to hit that like button on the stream and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you, Jordan. So, Superman. Let's get to it.
Mm-hmm.
The eternal debate. Why do you like Superman? Why does everybody hate Superman? What's the misconception?
I don't know.
Good point.
I don't know why people would hate him. Maybe because they think he's too OP'd, overpowered, and there's really only two ways to stop him. So
what's the second way? That's kryptonite and
magic.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, he's vulnerable to magic. But I mean, he's great because think about it. Superman's like, the American hero, and he stands for truth and justice, and he's like the ultimate Boy Scout. So
Well, so what makes him different from Captain America besides the overpoweredness then?
I don't see that much of a Boy Scout in Captain America. You
Really?
know, I think Clark is, well, see, and that's another thing. Like, Superman and Clark, there's really two characters. You don't really see Captain America going around as pretending to be Steve Rogers, or, living two lives as an alter ego. He's not hiding who he's trying to be.
That's fair. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think that Superman that takes away from his Boy Scout aspect because he has to hide who he is?
No, I think if anything, it enhances it, because if you really think about it, Clark Kent is the mask. He's the alter ego. So,
Right.
if Superman is the real man, then his morals are already so high. So when he is Clark, it's kind of like, all right, he has to be like this really great Boy Scout and play by the rules and be noble and all that. So because I guess he's compensating because he can't use his powers while he's Clark.
That's exactly why I think I like Superman more than people. I think Superman's actually a great superhero more than people give him credit for. Because, whenever they hear Superman, they're like, oh man, that guy's overpowered. Like you said, there's only two ways to defeat this guy: a glowing rock and magic. It's like, oh, you right. In that aspect, he is kind of overpowered.
Yeah.
But when they design the comics where I think my favorite comic book series is the ones where he turns evil.
Mm-hmm.
The Injustice series, just because it shows what could happen, what Superman could freaking do if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Superman is at the pinnacle in his universe. He's at the pinnacle of man. Like, he's basically a god in his universe.
Right.
And that dude could literally take over the Earth. He could take over a whole galaxy. He could control the entire sphere of the DC universe if he wanted to. And
but
yet
he doesn't.
Yeah, he doesn't. And I think that's what makes him so great. He controls himself. It's that discipline.
Yeah.
I think that's, to me at least, what makes Superman.
Well, I think the whole origin story of Superman is very moral. I mean, he was created in 1939. I mean, back then, during the times, you had World War II and all that, and it's the way people lived back then, and how they lived their lives were totally different than now.
Yeah.
So
let me get to some of these comments. Let's see. My favorite DC is Dylan Calicut. Thank you, buddy. This comment is at 8:05. What are you talking about, Del? I literally read your comments. It says, hi, Jordan, then blue is your color, then what's up? That's literally it. That's all the comments that you've put up so far. And then the next one is, Dylan, read my comment. And then it's, this is my comment. That's all the comments I have, Dellard.
Well, Randall, thank you for wanting to join into my podcast.
Yes, I would tune into John's drawing podcast, except for Tuesdays and Thursdays at I'm yours. Thank you, Randall. I appreciate that. We out here. What's up, Jules? I appreciate it. Mason, Jordan. Hi, Mason. Hi, Mason. Let's get it. Dell is too busy making forts on the forest. Is forest with one R or two? I guess it's with two. Oh, me. Added spelling. Oh. I'm all over the place with that. But yeah, so what brought you into the whole culture of geekdom? I guess. I know you said you liked animation, you liked art, but video games is a different sphere, right?
Yeah. I remember when I was a kid, my dad, he bought me the original Nintendo Entertainment System, the NES, and I fell in love with it, and then since then I've had literally every single system that ever came out.
Yeah. So you've turned into somewhat of a collector.
Oh yeah, for sure. I remember back in the early 2000s, I had shelves and shelves of games, for every system. I had one of those Switches underneath my television that could switch between consoles because I had all my consoles hooked up at once. So I had one of those switches. And um, I remember there was a game that was coming out called Steel Battalion. And this thing came with this huge control system. Like you couldn't use a regular controller. It was like the size of a table, and it had two joysticks on it, and it came with foot pedals, and it was $100. And so what I did was that I went through all my shelves of games, and I took all the games that I don't play anymore, and I brought them all to GameStop, and I traded them in, and I got the game
For $2.
Yeah, pretty much.
Take them to
Yeah,
GameStop, trade them all in for $2. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I honestly, GameStop, if you're listening, no, for real though. Are you concerned with the digital age, with how things are moving? Are you, since you're more of a collector, do you think that things going digital? There's no discs anymore. GameStop's going out of business. I mean, they're if not hanging on to their last leg. Do you think that that's gonna hurt games inevitably, or?
No, I don't think it'll hurt the sale of games. As far as collectors go, I think a lot of people will be bummed about not being able to get the disc, but it's the way things are going. Everything is download. It costs money. Like really, you have to look at it from a business perspective. Okay, so these production companies that are making the games, they don't have to pay to actually make the discs, make the cases, to hire a designer to lay out everything. They can just offer everything digitally and you just download it. It's cheaper for them and they make more money in the end.
That is true. Yeah, I'm a little sad because I do like the physical copies, especially with game cartridges. Like I have my Nintendo Switch, and I don't think I would ever download a game Switch because I like the physical copies. I don't know why. It's just something antique about it. I don't know.
I am one of those collectors where I will go out and get, if they release a new version of a game like they keep doing with Resident Evil, then I will go out and get that, because Resident Evil for me is a classic that I grew up playing. And so if they release a new one, I will go out and get a disc. Same thing with games like Metal Gear Solid, Rock Band, stuff like that. I like to play, but the classic games, if they re-release them or if they make another one of them, then I'll go out to the game store and I'll get a physical copy.
Yeah, the only problem with switching to PC is there's no, obviously. There's no need for a disc. Like everything I can literally download. Like Warzone, I don't need a physical copy. Like I've downloaded it. It's fine. Overwatch, I don't need a physical copy. Like I've downloaded it.
Yeah. I don't even have a disc drive on my computer.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, there's no point. Like you said, I mean, for Switch games, consoles I think are different. There's just something more material about consoles than it is PC. PC at least I feel like is I don't know. I can't explain it. So
man, I don't know how old you are, but back in my day we had like 10 discs for one game. Okay.
10 discs for one game. I mean, I'm 26, so I'm not that old.
Yeah.
But I'm not
like Baldur's Gate 2 came out on PC and I went out to Best Buy and I picked it up. It literally came with 10 discs.
Wow. Yeah, okay. I remember the OG Halo. The OG Halo Combat Evolved for PC, and you could just literally, I think there was 2 discs, and then you had to have like a product key or something like that. But
yeah, imagine having 10.
Yeah, no, that would be. Honestly, that's part of the problem because I lose them all.
Yeah, well, I had a special. You had to have a CD book.
I couldn't keep up with any of those. I had DVD books, like DVD CD books, and then all of us. I was never organized enough to actually take them out of the case and put them in the CD book. I was like, you know what? I just want to watch this one. Okay. So, let me get back to some of these comments real quick. We have Paris tuning in. We have Dellard and Kaler going in here. What do you think about quantum physics when it comes to superheroes? Like Ant-Man? I don't know much about quarters. That made me think of the Flash, not Ant-Man. What do you think about quantum physics when it comes?
Sure.
Good answer. Yeah, I agree. I don't know how to answer that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's a fantasy world. I mean, you can literally make anything make sense.
Yeah.
You throw quantum in anything and it sounds smart.
Yeah, why not?
Pretty much it. Yeah. I mean, Ant-Man. Yeah, we're going to the quantum realms with particle physics. Bam,
Yes,
right
Randall says Diablo 2 has a lot of CDs. Yes, it does.
there. Oh, goodness. Hello, Capital Friends. But now that you say it, Ant-Man makes sense. That was the shit they talked about for time traveling. Hello, Kaler. Speaking of collecting, I should start collecting anime figures. You should talk to Gabe. Gabe from Florida. Gabe collects so many anime figures. It's not, he's got a whole room.
Wow.
Metal Gear. The manager of Mala, Georgia location comes into my store and told us that they're closing like 95% of locations. I think he's talking about GameStop.
Yeah.
What? Snake. Yeah, Snake.
Yeah.
Metal Gear. I never played Metal Gear.
No? Oh, man, that's a great game.
So I hear.
Great game.
I was never a Metal Gear kid. I was always a Nintendo. I got a PlayStation when PlayStation 2 came out. And the main games that I played on PlayStation 2 were Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, Battlefront 2, and I think there was a couple other ones, but those were the main games that I really played.
Yeah, we just actually finished up a three-part series on the Basement Surge, where Frank and I went through our top 5 video games for PS1, PS2, and PS3. So.
Okay, so actually, let's hear. What's your top 5 video games of all time? How would you rank that across all console platforms? That should make it easier or harder, whichever perspective you take. Let's get it, guys. Let's get a poll going in the chat. What are you guys' favorite video games of all time? Top 5. Let's get it.
I threw the paper out I did for the episode.
Too much thinking.
It is. Okay, so I want to say Resident Evil. It has to be. I love that series.
Okay.
Metal Gear Solid.
So are we starting at number 5 or are we starting at number 1?
Oh, you want to do them in order? Okay.
Okay, so all right. No. I'm just asking, just so I have a relative list. Where are we starting?
Let's start at number 5.
Number 5. Okay, cool.
Okay. So number 5 will be Metal Gear.
Okay.
Okay, and then wow. I gotta say the original Super Mario Brothers will be number 4.
Okay.
Number 3 would be Resident Evil. Number 2 would be Prince of Persia.
Oh, that was a good one. I completely forgot about that one.
And then number 1 would be, I think right now for me, my most favorite game is The Last of Us.
I've heard a lot of the first one or the second one.
Either one.
I mean, the series is good. Yeah.
You can't play number 2 without playing number 1 though, so don't skip.
Okay. Yeah. No. Honestly, I'd have to agree with that. I haven't played a lot of the games on that list. I have played Mario. But those are some pretty good titles. Some pretty good titles. I'm a Nintendo guy, so most of my Nintendo titles, or most of my list comes from Nintendo titles. So dude, I'm tripping up.
Did you have a Nintendo 64?
Oh, of course, absolutely.
What was your favorite game on 64?
Majora's Mask.
Oh man, I didn't like that one.
Yeah, see, nobody does.
I like Ocarina of Time.
Everybody likes Ocarina of Time, and I think I liked Majora's Mask to begin with. Or sorry, Ocarina of Time to begin with. But as the game series developed, I noticed like a different frame for Majora's Mask, and I ended up liking that one more over time. The replayability for that one it felt good. I could replay that one over and over and over again and not feel old. But Ocarina of Time, I played it probably about 5 or 6 times, and it felt old after that. So.
I still play through Ocarina of Time.
It's such a good game. I can't replay it on the handheld. I would love for them to port it over to the Nintendo Switch, but I know they're not going to do that.
Yeah.
So I wish they would. I wish they would port the GameCube games over to Nintendo Switch. Those are fantastic.
I love GameCube.
Yeah, GameCube is probably one of my favorite systems, hands down. So I'd have to go with, let's see, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. At because it's not just the gameplay of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. I had a lot of good memories with friends playing that one, and I think that was just a fantastic game, hands down. I think the trading system they did a phenomenal job. So number 5 is Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. I'd have to go with the Mario franchise at number 4.
Yeah.
At number 4, the Mario franchise. Number 3, I like Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man games. I think Spider-Man's fantastic. I love all the Spider-Man games except the Nintendo 64 one. I think that one's the one that got me hooked, but it's my least favorite out of the series.
I don't remember that one.
It was really strange, but it was still fun. That's the one that got me hooked to the series. And then number 2 would be Halo. I loved Halo.
That's a good game.
And then number 1 would definitely be the Legend of Zelda franchise.
Yeah.
So I'm a classic man.
That's great. I mean, those games are all great games.
Yeah. I owned an original 64, and none of those games make my top list, to be honest. Fair. Yeah. Let's see. Chocolate swirl, regular chocolate, or dark chocolate? Dark chocolate.
Yes, dark chocolate.
Yeah, hands down. Oh, chocolate too sweet. John, what do you think of the Final Fantasy?
I never liked Final Fantasy.
Ooh, gonna cause some controversy, some hot topics in here.
Never liked it. Right. I tried to get into Final Fantasy 14, but it just didn't do it for me.
Fair. Mario Kart Wii and Wii Sports. Oh my gosh, Paris. Zelda is my all-time favorite game, hands down. Thank you, Randall. So we have another man of good taste in here. Favorite games? I'm kidding, but Wii games are superior. Mario Kart, Hentai Sniper, and Lucio Ball on Overwatch for me. Yeah. I know too many cheats for original Mario Bros. Final Fantasy VII, Minecraft, and I don't know, RuneScape.
Minecraft's good. I have a lot of fun with Minecraft.
Yeah. I have a lot of good memories on Minecraft too.
Yeah.
I remember getting my wisdom teeth out, and I was out of commission for an entire week. Taylor and chat stayed up nonstop playing Minecraft, figuring out the duplicate. This was before creative mode came out, and so we were staying up figuring out the duplication glitches. It was 2 weeks. We were figuring out duplication glitches so we can just mine diamonds and then duplicate the crap out of them. Yep. It was awesome. Batman, Spider-Man. Oh my gosh, I forget about that series. That was funny. Might replace RuneScape with Apex. We met so many homies on that game. Fair. Apex was a good game.
I never played Apex.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a battle royale guy?
Yeah.
Surprise. You should try it out. No harm, no foul. It's free. If you don't like it, get rid of it.
Why not?
Mario Bros. We have Del Sam. I think that's Nikki. I had Spider-Man until my nephew, and I think you meant until my nephew stole it from me. 7 was the only one I played. Final Fantasy 7, is that what you mean?
Yeah, I think so.
Lil Wayne, Lil Uzi, and Lil Oregano. It was 2 weeks. Oh my. Okay. So back to it. So your top games right now are Overwatch, or not Overwatch. Sorry. No. Okay, so no Overwatch.
No, actually, I haven't played that either.
We have a lot of people in chat that like Overwatch, and according to Crookyo, if you get all golds, then that means you're good at the game. So we'll just stop right there. Anyways, Warzone, you like?
Yeah.
What are the games?
PUBG.
Fortnite. So yeah, definitely the battle royale realm.
Mm-hmm.
So I know you said Crookio said no. I know you said that Warzone was more realistic than Fortnite, so that's why you kind of got into it.
Yeah.
Are you still? I guess the word wouldn't be addicted, right? Are you still into it
Yeah.
even after all these updates?
Call of Duty?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I was playing earlier. I was playing today.
We're gonna have to get your Discord code or something so we can all hop on. Get you in here. But yeah, have you played the new Black Ops?
No.
The beta for it?
No.
Have you seen any of the new trailer releases for it?
No.
Yeah, I know a couple people were streaming it, and if anybody has seen it in chat, let me know how you think it is. I heard it had a lot of hype behind it, and then when people actually started to play it, it kind of died down. So that's why I kind of don't go off of game hypes anymore.
Yeah. I never did. I mean, I like to play the games, and give my own opinion.
Yeah. What was the game that you were extremely excited for, and then just it fell off?
Doom.
Really?
Yeah.
What about it?
It just sucked. It was just, I remember Doom, classic Doom on the PC, and I thought that it was going to be kind of like that, but maybe, more upgraded. But the game that we got, I think it was too much, too many particles, too much graphics, too much,
Fair. Fair. I think for me, more recently, it was Hyperscape. If anybody remembers Hyperscape in chat, it literally was big for 2 seconds. They were promoting it everywhere, and then all of a sudden, it was dead in the. I downloaded it. Oh, and Valorant. Valorant is another one that I was kind of hyped for. I was like, all right, I could see myself playing this. And then the game came out. I played it. I literally downloaded it, played it once, uninstalled it. Not for me. It was not a good game. I didn't like it. I don't, I'm not to hate on people that like the game. Obviously, everybody has their own tastes, and to each their own.
Hang on a second. Randall Travis, you said the movie Doom was a lot better than the game. The movie Doom was horrible.
With The Rock? We talking about with The Rock? The movie yes. Doom? I might have to agree with Randall on this. Oh. I actually think it was decent. I thought it was a decent movie. I mean, if you take away some of the bad acting and plot holes, I think it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I remember that from a minute ago. Bro, No Man's Sky had me hype AF, and it sucks so bad on release. I actually might re-download that, guys. I've been seeing a lot of great things. Have you seen any of the update on No Man's Sky?
No.
Have you heard about No Man's?
No.
Okay, so it was supposed to be like a space Minecraft where you're just exploring. You can mine planets, discover new species, and they use like a random world generator, similar to Minecraft, how it's infinitely expanding. But the way it's set up is it would literally take you, I think someone did a calculation, 8 million years to explore the entire game. If you were consistently playing nonstop, you didn't break it into. Like, that's how massive the game is. And it's just generating planet by planet as you go. So I think it was super hype. They had all these headlines behind it, like discover new planets, it's going to be an open world, and then all of a sudden, like, you weren't even able to, like, on drop, you weren't even able to, like, spawn in with your friends. You weren't able to link up. The planets were redundant. Like, there was no difference in biomes.
Yeah.
But recently I've heard that they've done a lot of good things with the game. I've heard that they massively switched up the random number or random algorithm generator, and so now there's like a plethora of different biomes. There's tons of different species. You can now actually hang out with your friends. So it's a brand new game now.
Wow.
Actually thinking about downloading it. Another game I was hyped for that sucked was Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah, I liked that in the beginning. I got it when it dropped. It wasn't too bad, but it quickly got a little boring.
Yeah.
I still play what the hell is it?
World of Warcraft?
No, the other Elder Scrolls.
Skyrim?
Yeah, Skyrim. That was it.
Yeah, I like Elder Scrolls Online, to be honest. I mean, I uninstalled it from my computer to make room for other games, But when I was playing it, it was fun. I enjoyed it. I did think that at a certain point, I think if more people were active in the conquest part of the map where the PvP area is, I think it would have been a lot more fun. Like I liked what they tried to do with the whole castle wars, where you like control territories and everything with the PvP online, and I thought it was good. At a certain point it did get repetitive, and it felt like it was more pay to win. Like you had to get past this paywall, and I didn't like that. I hate games like that.
Yeah, me too.
That's why Call of Duty kind of turned me off a little bit, because you could either get the battle pass and get the guns right away, or you could grind for them. And it's like, I don't like that. Not my thing. Saying ESO is good is like saying the Assassin's Creed movie is better than the game.
Oh no, that was horrible.
I'd never even seen the Assassin's Creed movie, to be honest.
It's cool to just watch it, but compared to the game, it was horrible.
I didn't even know it came out, to be honest. That's probably a good
I like
thing.
the game and the movie of Avatar. Like Avatar is in The Last Airbender. Like the anime is awesome. The movie is garbage.
Yeah, I think that's a collective opinion. I don't think anybody likes the actual movie. Probably the worst movie to ever exist.
No. You know what the worst movie to ever exist is?
Okay.
The Dragon Ball movie.
Okay, fair. Absolutely, hands down, the Dragon Ball movie. They put Goku in high school.
I know.
What?
Yep.
What happened? What were they thinking? What was the director thinking?
I don't know.
Like they did my man dirty. He was like a freaking breakdancer in the movie. Like what? How? I don't get it.
Yeah, that's just an all-around bad movie.
Yeah. I don't know. I think collectively they were both bad movies. I think they're equal. You're right. Dragon Ball might take the cake on worst movie ever.
Yeah.
But Avatar is up there for sure, 100%. Dylan, you know I have hard drives that you can have, right? Oh,
nice.
I'd actually take it. Bro, I was gonna make a Dragon Ball live action joke. Bro, the movie Rubber was the worst movie I've seen. Rubber?
Never heard of it.
I don't think I've heard of it either, to be honest. Freaking Slash showed me it. Rubber or Flubber with Robin Williams? Because that was a good movie.
I'm surprised you remember that movie.
I'm not too old, but I'm old, you know. I come from a different decade, you know. Oh, you said Flubber. I'm finna smack you. I did say Flubber.
You did.
Yes, a car tire.
Love
that
Robin
is
Williams.
psychic, or a psychic tire?
That is psychic.
Okay, so I might have to. Is this like what was the movie that Catherine? Was that the movie with the killer car?
Christine.
Okay, I was right.
Yep.
Do we like that movie?
That was a good movie.
Was it a good movie?
Any movie made from a Stephen King book is a good movie.
Fair. But M. Night Shyamalan, we're not going to give.
No.
Don't like him. No. Anybody that paralyzed in one realm and ran around in another realm, I'm all for it. What?
Wow.
I'm confused, Randall.
That just got deep.
Anyone that paralyzed in one realm and ran around in another realm. Sword Art Online, kind of.
That was a good one.
You ever watch Sword Art?
Yep.
What's your favorite?
I didn't like the second chapter.
Yeah, I didn't either. It didn't feel like there was as much to risk in the second one, because they could just die and then wake back up and then go back in.
Yeah.
I was like, what's the whole point of this then? Like, my man, dude. The whole point of this is the fact that if you die in the real world.
Right. Yeah.
That was, favorite anime then.
Favorite anime?
Yeah.
Dragon Ball.
Fair. Have you read any of the new? Do you keep up with the manga at all?
No.
Did you watch Super at all?
I seen maybe the first 5 or 10 episodes, I want to say, and then I just lost interest.
Yeah, don't taint your perception.
Yeah, I don't even like GT.
Really?
I think like all the way up to the end of Z is what I like.
I personally like GT better than Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah.
And again, this is another unpopular opinion that I hold. I think Dragon Ball GT is hands down a better series plot wise because I hated what they did with the whole Dragon Ball Z was like more of a serious anime where it was like, all right, we're gonna beat each other up, we're gonna see who's stronger. It wasn't like a joking kind of. They joked here and there.
Yeah.
It just didn't feel like it was made for kids. You know, it felt like it was made for the older crowd. But then Dragon Ball Super came along and it felt like it was made for kids.
Yeah.
It rubbed me the wrong way. It didn't feel as adultish as it used to feel with all these serious concepts and serious issues that are not serious issues, I guess. We're going to blow up the world. I guess that's a serious issue. But it just didn't feel as adult. Where GT felt more adult like. I felt GT was definitely better than Super.
Well, I don't think GT, because Akira Toriyama made DBZ,
right?
But I don't think he had anything to do with GT.
No, he didn't. He was out of the process.
Right, and then he came back for Super. But you know, it's kind of it is weird to get the guy who made Z, you know, making Super, because Super kind of it's boring, you know, like, okay, yeah, that's another level, you know, to surpass, and now there's God mode or whatever the hell it is, and you know, and it's just like, how far can he go?
Yeah, I mean, I get the whole series and the whole concept is about breaking your limits.
Yeah.
I personally, I hated the art design. I hate the art design of Dragon Ball
Super.
Yeah, I hate the art design of especially God mode. I think the art design is just complete trash. If you're going for a Super Saiyan God, changing your hair color doesn't seem like the right thing to do. I don't know. Personally, I think that a Super Saiyan God would more look like Super Saiyan 4.
Right.
I mean, Super Saiyan 4, I feel like at least did it right. Like, he had this whole concept where he had to take control of his inner ape self, and he had to, you know, look deep within him and realize that he was full of rage, and then transform himself. And now he's a Super Saiyan 4 or Super Saiyan God, and I think that was better than holding hands and standing in a circle.
Okay, so your favorite Super Saiyan is Super Saiyan 4?
100.
I love Super Saiyan 3.
Yeah, I like Super Saiyan 3 too. I think Super Saiyan 3 as well is a great drawn concept.
I love the transformation to Super Saiyan 3. That was ridiculous.
Oh, 100%. Da, 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 da. Dude, that theme song is 100% fire. Yeah. If I played that on the podcast, everybody's speakers would light on fire. That's how good it is. I'm just saying, Super Saiyan 4 to me personally is it feels like the next tier, because he didn't have a different color hair. He was back to his original hair color, and then he grew that ape fur. Like, it was true to his Saiyan heritage. I think.
And he had the tail.
Yeah, and he had the tail. Favorite transformation?
Super Saiyan 3.
Super Saiyan 3. I gotta give it to my boy Gohan at Super Saiyan 2 when he's fighting Cell and he says, "I feel it slipping." Oh, oh man, that gives me chills every time I watch it. Not Dragon Ball Kai though.
No, to hell with that.
Yeah, to hell with Dragon Ball Kai. I hated Gohan's voice in Dragon Ball Kai.
See, that's why I like Z so much. You know, Gohan's young, and I love Gohan's voice back then. And they always teased to this untapped power that Gohan had, you know, which eventually got squashed by Chi-Chi, you know, because she's always wanting him to study. But, you know, it was kind of a really huge letdown. Like, I wanted to see Gohan's potential. I really did.
You kind of got that with the Super Buu fight.
Oh, when he's Saiyaman?
No. when he comes back as Ultimate Gohan from the Kai training.
Right.
Bro, the best line hands down is, "Do you want to fight me? no, I'm gonna kill you. Like, bro, hands down, another one. Gohan's character, I just love. They did my boy dirty in Dragon Ball Super. And another reason why I hate it, they did everybody dirty in favor of Goku and Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah. Even
it's
Vegeta.
they're doing him dirty again in the manga, so I'm not gonna spoil anything. I really hate what they did in the manga because it looked like my boy Vegeta was gonna win the fight. He was actually gonna be the protagonist. He was actually gonna step up and do it.
No.
I'll let everybody else read it. Yeah. You guys can make your own interpretation there, but I really hate how they did my character, my boy's Vegeta. I'm so sick of Goku, dude.
Man, you got me wanting to read the manga now.
The Dragon Ball Super manga is actually better than the anime.
It usually is because they leave out a lot of stuff from the manga to the cartoon.
Yeah, I personally think the anime is just it's drawn and made for kids, where the manga feels a little bit more mature because the whole how they did Ultra Instinct and the Tournament of Power, how they did the whole Tournament of Power was completely different from how they did the anime series. And I have to watch it right now, but dude, chills. Oh, did you drop something? I'll check that out in just a minute. How they did the anime, it's just it threw me off. I hated it. I just didn't think it was good.
That might have been why, because I'm an artist and I'm huge into art. So if I don't like the art, it just turns me off.
Right.
So, because I do remember the art for Super being kind of crappy.
Oh, it is 100%. It's total.
Yeah.
Gonna get me on a tangent right there. Nothing compares to when Rock Lee took off his ankle. Did you ever see that? You ever watch Naruto?
What's that?
You ever watch Naruto?
No, I don't like Naruto. Naruto, however the hell you say it.
Bro. Okay, you don't have to like Naruto to know the fight that he's talking about. Rock Lee taking off his ankle weights versus Gaara, the sand guy.
Nope.
You've never seen that fight?
Nope.
Oh my gosh, it's one of the most iconic fights in anime history.
No.
You gotta watch it. After this, this is your homework after this. I'm just saying, they literally hype, they downplay this, my boy Rock Lee, and they're like, oh man, he's the underdog. Like, he's always losing to his teammate Neji. And then all of a sudden, you see this man just take off the ankle weights, and you see all of his training just come to light, and this man's like going faster than the speed of sound, and he's just dodging everything. He looks so cool, man.
Kind of like Goku when he took off the weighted clothes.
Yes. That kind of just did away with that Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just doesn't wear weighted clothes.
He doesn't need to. He's a god.
Yeah, exactly. Like, where are they going with this? I don't know. It's frustrating.
Naruto is trash. Wow.
Dell doesn't even know. He doesn't even know what Naruto is. He really doesn't. He's just saying that to try and get up under my skin because he knows I love Naruto. Oh man. Funniest The Rock movie I've ever seen, Tooth Fairy with the Ring.
My wife made me watch that the other day. Oh my god.
Yes or no?
No.
No. Okay. Fair.
No.
Yeah, I'm not a movie kind of guy. I don't get into a lot of movies, to be honest.
No.
It's not something I've dabbled with. I don't. Anime though, different story. Video games though, different story. I feel like video games are a lot more engaging and interactive than a lot of the movies are.
Yeah.
I could literally get lost in a movie and not even know what happened. And, like, sit there for 2 hours and not pay attention to a damn thing. Mm-hmm. But at least with a video game, like, I feel like I'm doing something.
Sure. Yeah.
But well, thank you, Mr. John. I appreciate you coming out tonight. Is it all right if I drop your website in here?
Sure,
into the chat. Go ahead and do that so everybody can check them out. Do you have a Instagram page or anything?
I have an official website for the podcast, thebasementsurge.com.
Thebasementsurge.com.
Yeah.
Go ahead and get the link. The basement. And here we go. And here we go. Bam. Bam. All right, guys. Go check him out. I'm going to keep you on the Zoom meeting for just a few seconds. I'm going to go ahead and choose somebody to raid. Hopefully we got somebody. We got nobody. So it looks like we're not raiding tonight. I don't see anybody to raid. Okay, guys. Well, you guys take it easy. Have a great time. I don't know where Kaylor is. He should be live in just a second, so make sure you guys go drop a follow on his page. But I love each and every single one of you. Thank you for coming out tonight. Thank you for daydreaming. Mwah. This has been Mr. John. How do you say your last name?
Svedese.
Svedese. Okay, yeah, I didn't want to attempt that. Don't forget to smash that like button if you're on YouTube. I love each and every single one of you. Thank you so much. Have a great evening. Bye, guys.
Thanks for having me.